It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News podcast. Little technical glitch here as my computer was kind of locked up as I was trying to switch off the webcam to the, anyway, typical of my morning. Anyway, welcome to the podcast on this January the 16th, 2024. Headlines today: airports bracing for a horrible day. Also today, the MSC Euribia bunkers in Cadiz. The Valiant lady has an inaugural call. British Virgin Islands with some special guests. The Carnival rumor mill. And ducks on Carnival. All this morning here at 11 o'clock. Today, folks, is Fig Newton Day. Yeah, not my favorite. Never been a particular fan. I like cookies. I like all kinds of cookies. But just not Fig Newtons. That was just never much for me. If you're listening via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. Doesn't matter. Any of the big guys tune in: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, any of them. I'm registered with all of them. Usually within 15 minutes of the end of the broadcast, it's up on the podcast networks. So you can normally access it pretty quick unless there are, technical issues, which happens once in a while. If you are listening via the podcast and ever want to jump over in the video feed to check out pictures, clips, or interviews on that day's show, there's always a link in the description of the podcast, so you can do just that. I'm snowed in. Totally snowed in. Yeah, I just, and I don't think it's going to get warm enough today to melt. And then it's going down to 11 tonight. Oh, gross. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get out of the house. Wheelchairs and snow and ice don't necessarily go together. So we're basically in the house for now. I'm probably going to have to cancel my appointment this afternoon with the eye doctor because there's just no way I can get out to the car to get there. Not going to happen. So I'll have to try to reset that because, man, I sure need to go. All right, I had, before we get to things, I had a lovely chat with Elizabeth this morning. She was down, and I'm checking to see if, I know she was going to try to send some pictures to see if they came through via our old sources or via the new sources. Where'd she go? Obviously. Yeah. Okay, so she sent them on WhatsApp, and I don't have WhatsApp on my phone yet. So I'll have some pictures from Elizabeth tomorrow. But she was actually surprised this morning. She was in Balneario, Cumburio, Brazil. Can't say that I'd ever heard of that. Balneario, Cumburio, Brazil. Now, She had never heard of it either, so she thought, well, it's a tender port. She's on the Oceania Marina. Which, by the way, she gets off of that on March the 5th. She's got a month off, and then she's going to a different ship. I'm not sure which ship she's going to. But anyway, she said to tell everybody hello. She misses everybody. They've had really rough times with Wi-Fi, so she hasn't been able to do a whole lot on this cruise that she's on. But anyway, so it was a tender port, a place she'd never heard of. So she's thinking, well, this is just a little, backwoods, backwater stop in Brazil. And she looked out to her window and she found this humongous, beautiful, modern city. And she said, it's like Miami Beach, with high rises and hotels and all that. So she ends up going ashore. She said it was so hot after, she's been down in Antarctica for a while. She said it was so hot at 10 o'clock her time this morning, she was already on her second beer. So anyway, so she's in some little place in Brazil. She's going to send us some pictures. So I'll look forward to putting those on tomorrow. And one of these days, I got to figure out how to get WhatsApp working on my computer, because she has times that she has no Wi-Fi signal, but she can use WhatsApp somehow. I don't understand all this, and send pictures that way. And then I can, from my phone, I can transfer them over to the computer, but I want to do it to take that step out if I can. So anyway, I've been having trouble getting myself hooked up on the computer to WhatsApp. Not surprised there. All right, our top story today, folks, deals with weather. And, like I say, I'm snowed in. I'm not the only person. Man, this is all over half the country right now. And it is just totally wreaking havoc. The snow episode that started yesterday in this part of the world. Of course, I realize, folks, you guys out west, you got it started a lot sooner than we get it on the East Coast. And I realize you're already on your next storm and they're going to send it this way. So, I realize that. So don't any of you West Coasters fuss at me about this. In the East Coast, we haven't seen snow for a couple of years now. Yeah, we're seeing it now. The snow episode has spread into the Northeast today, and it's wreaking havoc on airports and airlines. Today is one of the main reasons it's recommended to fly in a day early before a cruise this time of year. Could you imagine you're sailing today and you wake up to this and you want to fly to, Orlando or Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Tampa to get on a cruise today? You might have problems. Current flight data as of just a few minutes ago. So far in the U.S., flights canceled today, just today, 1,444. Flights delayed, 2,390. That number is going to go up substantially. By airlines, Southwest is leading with 336 cancellations. United has 293 cancellations. Flights from LaGuardia, 76 have been canceled. And from Houston, Bush, the big airport, Bush International is the official name, but we'll call it Houston Bush, is second to LaGuardia. They've been bouncing back and forth with O'Hare all morning, and they've had 62 cancellations. Flights coming into the airports, Houston Bush, it leads everybody with 113 coming into Houston have been canceled today. And second on that one is Reagan National with 84. So Bad day for flying, folks. Bad day for airlines, which translates to a bad day for any cruise ship sailing today and the passengers therein. All right. I'll be back with a couple stories. Not a whole lot in the news today, but a couple stories after a quick word from one of our network sponsors. The next story today, folks, comes from that's the wrong picture. That's what it is. Did the machine eat my picture again? It certainly did. Confounded machine. Yeah, let's try this. I tell you what, folks, this thing is eating stuff more than it's letting me show them. There we go. The next story today, folks, isn't a Virgin Voyages. It's this one. The MSC Euribia is the first cruise ship to be supplied with LNG fuel at the port of Cadiz. The operation took place during the ship's inaugural visit to the Spanish port. Ship Captain Pietro Sinisi and Port Authority of the Bay of Cadiz President Teofila Martinez exchanged plaques to mark the occasion. LNG fuel was provided by Peninsula ahead of MSC Euribia's 13-night voyage to Hamburg. MSC has 3 new world-class LNG ships on order with the option of an additional vessel. MSC World America will join the fleet in April of next year, while the others, currently known as World Class 3 and World Class 4, will be delivered by Chante de Atlantique in 2026 and 2027. Now maybe we can look at Virgin Voyage. Over the weekend, the Valiant lady sailed into the British Virgin Islands for the first time, bringing guests to beautiful Tortola for a tropical winter getaway. The Premier and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Natalia Wheatley, presented Sir Richard Bronson and Master of the Valiant Lady, Captain Justin Laws, with a commemorative plaque to mark the occasion while accepting plaques in return. When the Carnival Jubilee sailed away from Fincantieri, the rumors began flying that there were no Carnival ships in the pipeline. Now information has come to light that a massive new ship, actually a series of ships, may soon be on order through Fincantieri. Estimated at 208,000 gross tons, well above the 183,000 gross tons of Carnival Cruise Line's XL class ship, the Mardi Gras, the Celebration, and the Jubilee. Such a massive ship could easily accommodate as many as maybe 7,000 guests and 2,500 crew members. The estimated price tag on each vessel could be somewhere in the vicinity of 1.6 billion. That's with a B, folks. And it's speculated that there may be a 4-ship package, which would bring the contract to $7 billion. Carnival refuses to comment or confirm the details of any new order and will not comment on speculation. Speaking of speculation, and by the way, folks, that's not near as big as the Icon of the Seas. Icon of the Seas tipped the scales at 250,000 gross tons, and this would be 40,000 gross tons less. It wouldn't be as big as Icon. I don't know. The other story I got two things for you this morning. One, knowing that I'm in the snow, our friend Rochelle, who was in Coco Cay yesterday, she sent this picture that she got when Icon was there last week. Icon and Wonder of the Sea sat next to each other for a bit of the day. Thanks, Rochelle, for making me feel horrible being stuck in the snow. I love Rochelle to death. I keep trying to get her to let me interview her again. She doesn't want to be interviewed. She's real leery of that. All right, the last story, folks, and this comes from our buddy John Heald concerning Carnival and ducks. Last week Disney said no, the ducks. Well, John Hill comes on and says, no, to Disney. The ducks are fine on Carnival ships. So if you want to bring the ducks, go ahead. At least for now. Or at least they've proved that RSV, whatever you call the stuff, gets spread on ducks. Then they'll cut the ducks off. Or norovirus gets spread by ducks. Anyway, Carnival says, ducks are okay. So, all right, let's go see who's fussing at me today over in the chat room. Steve's with us. Good morning, Steve. There's Pittsburgh Jason. Steve out in Kentucky. Mike's with us. Hi, Mike. Gretchen's here out in Ohio. Jason says, I got a big AD. Robert says, good morning, everyone. Cindy says, good morning. Steve says, hope all is well with you, Jason. Terry's with us. Hi, Terry. Good morning, Chillie. I love Fig Newtons. Okay. When we sell how long is it? 10 days. What is today? 16th. No, I'll leave in 10 days. 12 days. Terry, I'll give you all the Fig Newtons I can find on the Epic. How's that? Jason says, Cindy, how are you? Jason says he's fine. It wanted me to take my Facebook account. It wanted me to log into my Facebook account. Oh, okay. Dennis is with us. Hi, Dennis. Euribia. Roll the R. Euribia. I said I, didn't I? Euribia. My bad, Dennis. I practiced it this morning. Euribia. And then I get going and my brain needs to slow down to my tongue. Hot Air Tom's here. Good morning, Hot Air Tom. Cindy says, I'm great, Jason. When are you cruising next? 47 days for you for Cindy until the bliss. Got to be up early tomorrow. Need to be at the stone blasting facility at 6:20. Yeah, we're going to dynamite some stuff out of Hot Air Tom's kidneys. He actually swallows some TNT and it gets to his kidneys and goes and breaks it up into little particles that he pees out. Yeah, no, that's not exactly how it works, but that's pretty close out there, Tom. Take pictures. We want pictures of the blasting procedure. How's that? Something tells me they won't let you do that in there. Jason says, Carnival Legend, April the 20th. Florida Panhandle was supposed to get down to about 16. Ooh, man, that's cold for you guys. Good heavens. Gretchen says, well, I don't feel so bad, but it's cold here. We only got about an inch of snow. Well, we got more than that here. I haven't been outside, so I can't say it. Looking at it, 5 inches, 6 inches, somewhere along in there. What bothers me is, historically, unless we just get a really dumped on really bad, our temperature goes above freezing like almost immediately. So it starts melting away. Well, it's only supposed to get up to 33 today. That's not a whole lot of melting time. And then dive down to 11 tonight. So anything that should melt is going to turn into this awful ice. So yeah, it's not a pleasant day in Virginia, folks, in this part of Virginia. Nothing wrong with Carnival. I agree, man. I tell you what, if the rumors are true, Jason, we got some biggies coming, bigger than the Jubilee and Mardi Gras and all those. 3 weeks for Gretchen, 3 weeks for Gretchen, 2 weeks for me. Not quite 2 weeks. 16 days. Yeah, that's a little over 2 weeks. I leave here on the 26th. I sail on the 28th. And then I get into Fort Lauderdale. I get into, where am I going? Port Canaveral. On the 4th of February, jump in my car and drive down to Miami and sail again on the Magnifica. So, a shorty. But actually, I'm looking forward to that. Small group, got a small group, but it'll be fun. I've got, what do we have, 10 or so? 10 or 11? And considering that I just was more to prove to certain people that things could be done without waiting for months to do them. I put this little package together and promoted it in a week, 10 days. From nothing. So you can't tell me it takes 4 months to book a group cruise. Not that I mentioned any names, but $40 days for hot air until he sails again. Does her ship use Starlink? No. Oceania does not have Starlink yet. So she's had really crap Wi-Fi. I know, because she and I have messaged back and forth quite often, and I go days that I can't get anything from Elizabeth. So yeah. So anyway, I'm new to WhatsApp, guys. I got it for Elizabeth, and she sent me one picture, which I got on my phone and then transferred it from my phone to the computer, and so I've that's been done. Now I got to figure out how to put it on, get the WhatsApp working on the computer so I can talk with people from the computer as opposed from my phone. So we'll see. Jason says, I actually looked at some NCL cruises on their new ships. Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Cold, freezing morning. Yes, it is. Katie's with us. Hi, Katie. 11 days until she's on Icon. Icon and 11. That's the 17th. So you're on Icon the day before I leave here. No, 16th, 17th. You're on Icon, my travel day, on the 17th. So we'll have some information on that. Gretchen says, take lots of pictures, Katie. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Katie and Angela feel about this biggest ship, how crowded it's going to be, because it's probably sold out or very close to it. So Cindy says, I use WhatsApp all the time when on cruises. Yeah, but from your phone or from your computer? Dennis says, Gretchen, don't forget to pack the large Ziploc bags for the late night pizza snack or breakfast pizza kept in your stateroom fridge. Cindy says, awesome upcoming cruises, Jason, Gretchen, and Katie. Jason says, is it cold in Mississippi, Sonny? I think it's cold everywhere these couple of days and going to get colder. Tonight's going to be a brutal. Gretchen says on Enchanted. Dennis, you must mean Katie on Icon. Cindy says I'm booked on Viva next year and Aqua the next year with NCL. Gretchen says no pizza for me. No? Oh, I like my pizza. Sonny says yes, was in the teens during the night, staying below freezing today. Yeah. Mississippi, Virginia. You'd think that I'd be a little, a little colder, but I'm not. About the same. Cindy, just hope these ships don't fall apart on you. Oh, Hot Air Tom says, Cindy, hope these ships don't fall apart on you. The Italians don't seem to understand sturdy. I heard that the booking air on NCL is bad. I've never used their air because I try not to fly any more than possible, but there are going to be some where I've got to in the distant future. Emily's with us. She says, hey, Jason. And hello, gang. Is it okay? I'm asking Hot Air Tom. I don't know if Hot Air Tom usually books his own. I don't know if he's flown Norwegian Air or not. Cindy says, I always use air with NCL and have great experiences. Always add a 1 or 2 day pre-cruise deviation. Great prices too. Can't be beat. Very good. I will be on an NCL ship soon. And we got a Facebook user says how. It might help on whoever that is on Facebook if you can stick your name in, because it comes through my system. I can't tell who you are if you're on Facebook. Cindy, what airplane do they give you? What airplane? It could be a number of airplanes. Depends on how many people are on it. Jason, Gretchen says, we're at 12 degrees here. Why such a heat wave here compared to Pennsylvania? Because the cold air came across and now is moving north. So the cold air coming from the south is colder on Pittsburgh, and it's already past you, Gretchen. Cindy says, how far ahead do you book NCL with air? That's a good question. I mean, Hot Air Tom books way ahead. I was told if you book other final payments, they cannot ask for a couple of days pre-cruise date. NCL, I want to sell on those. Oh, he wants to sell on the new Carnival ships. We are at 29 and snowing, says Emily. Em, you have a warm spot at 29 degrees. Yes, you do. Last time I flew from Tampa to Rome on Delta with one stop in Atlanta for only $1,200. Total round trip for 2. Wow. Book prior to final payment because it's capacity controlled and you get deviation right away. We're not going above freezing until next Monday. Yeah, a problem here. The ducks. Really? Yeah, well, Disney says no, no, no to ducks. Apparently, Donald doesn't want the competition. And the crew's tired of picking them up from where people hide them and people don't find them. So, yeah, that was last week, Jason. So Carnival comes out and says, yeah, come on with the ducks. We're not going to cancel out on ducks. Oh, well. 74 near Tampa. Oh, that's disgusting. That's like my sister yesterday was so happy because it was snowing. Arrgh. She didn't like my growling. Ducks just need to wear masks. Yeah, well, that's true. Yes, Jason, Disney doesn't believe in rubber ducks. Donald gets very jealous because only he's the number one duck. Cindy, wow, that's a great price. I tell you what, $1,200 round price for two. That's unbelievable. There's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. She says, good morning to everybody. Regarding NCL Air, I even got a flight from Orlando to San Juan for 400 round trip for two on the Viva next February. So you can book it this far in advance? Are you serious? You can check rates on their website when doing a mock booking. Euribia. You got it. Practicing is good. Dennis, I try Euribia. And I knew it was A, like in day. And I still said it I. Such a jerk. Euribia. All right. Okay, Gretchen says, okay, now I get it. Go Carnival. Hey, there's Kenneth with us. Good morning from Cole, Pennsylvania. -20. Supposed to be tonight. That's okay, Kenneth. You can have it. 11's bad enough for me. It'll be, hell, I could go out and sunbathe from what you're going to have. Yeah, no. That's why I got the hell out of Pennsylvania. What, 40 years ago now? 40s have been that long? It's 20, been 30, 23, 33. Yeah, it's been 35 years since I left Pennsylvania. Start your mornings with the juice of a freshly squeezed lemon and a glass of water on an empty stomach. Make that part of your routine. A lemon, I like to do it with an orange. I've never done a lemon first thing in the morning. The juice of a freshly squeezed lemon and a glass of water on an empty stomach. Okay. I mean, back in the day when I did lemonade, I had lemons here all the time. I don't even know if Amanda has, I'm sure she cooks with lemon. I'll have to ask. I haven't talked about lemons with her for a long time. You missed my cruise. Yes, I know I did, Jason. I hope you got did you get my message on your video? I liked your video. And I love the one clip. I mentioned this on the show one day, and I was hoping you were going to be there. When you had you were on the balcony looking out at the sea, and I could hear you, obviously to Jen, you were saying, hey, is that a group of dolphins? And then you zoomed in on the dolphins out there. That was so perfect. I'd like to hear more of just little comments like that as you're filming, that I'm not a script like I do, but just that was just so absolutely perfect for that part of your video. So I really appreciated that, Jason. Yeah, everybody else was disappointed that I didn't get there. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. And still, my big toe is still black and nasty, and I don't have a toenail. You know, I got news either summer 24 or summer 25. Cousin who was living in Italy and her fiance have finally decided to have their wedding party in Costa Rica. Ooh, that'll be nice. That'll be a trip for Emily. 5 days until Epic for me. I miss Chillie's Epic cruise going with friends this Sunday. Well, just warm it up for me, Sonny. Get it ready because I'm coming right behind you. Dennis says, hello to Kenneth. Stay warm. Katie says 27th. I don't remember what that was for. And a lot of comments today. Oh, I'm jealous, Sonny. Chillie, we need to do a cruise on Virgin. Ooh, I wouldn't mind trying Virgin, but my issues being able to afford it now. I just I don't know if you saw yesterday's show, but I just got a massive plumbing bill coming my way on top of 4 months of leaky water bills, 3 months of $600 water bills, and the last one was $1,200. And it's going to be the same thing until they get the whole line run, from 100 yards worth of line to the house. Anyway, my half of the bill is $5,000. So it's killing my cruising money for a while, I'll tell you that. Mike says, I think WhatsApp is a cell app. Oh, it could be, but I tried getting it on the computer and it got far enough, but then I was trying to hook myself into it, and that's where I ran into problems. WhatsApp is great. I use it on my phone. Yeah, I can use it on my phone. That's no problem. I use it with Elizabeth now all the time. The problem is I'm trying to cut out the step of taking everything that she sends me on WhatsApp, downloading it to my phone, sending it from my phone to my computer, re-downloading it on the computer, and then downloading it to wherever I need it to go or wherever I need to save it. So it makes about a 10-step process for every picture or clip. So I'm trying to cut out about 6 of those steps. Emily says, we are spread out, as you guys know. We all use WhatsApp to communicate on our phones. Large zip-seal bags for you, Sonny. Absolutely. That's one thing that Dennis taught me. And I think maybe the first cruise I took after Dennis joined our band of merry warriors was to carry a large Ziploc bag, and I keep 2 in my computer bag. So they're always there. Unless I get them, totally gross and have to replace them. But I start out every trip with at least 2 large bags because I've got to have my computer bag, so that stays with me. Hot Air says NCL Air is fine as long as you do a deviation. They default to same day arrival. I do 2 days pre and post. Sonny says, Gretchen can't wait, except ship is sold out. Packing my patient's overalls. Well, at least the Epic has some lovely adult-only areas, Sonny. So if it's really bad, you can find the adult-only areas, or, I mean, if it's all adults, then yeah, that's a different story. Hot Air says, no problems yet, but a lot of the issues are airline related if they cancel a flight last minute. Oh, that's Gary Nygren. That's Gary on, it was on Facebook. Gary's going to be with me on the next 2 cruises. So I'm glad to see that. Glad to welcome him to the family. He's actually joining me on Magnifica too. So NCL Air must be booked prior to the final payment. Request deviation when you book. Dennis says, Justin, Mr. Bucket List just posted his celebrity ascent cruise. He said it was everything that his Virgin cruise should have been. Virgin may be good for the upside down pineapple folk. Emily says Disney suck. I am very mad with Disney. How rude. Kenneth says we go on Carnival Celebration the end of April. Nice. Cindy gets to sunbathe today. I know, that's disgusting. Sunbathing on a day like this. Awful. Use kayak to compare rates for airfare, hotel, and car hires. It's a price aggregator. Searches all travel sites for price comparisons, then book directly with the airline or car hire hotel site. Yep. Or call me. I'll book it for you if you ever need somebody to book stuff. Yeah, I'm still learning a few things, but I'm learning. Cindy says, I love the Epic Chillie. You can book flights with NCL very far out, but you don't get the actual flights until about 30 days before. Prices are locked in from whenever you book. Okay, that's good to know. Jason says, thank you. It's necessary to dilute the lemon in water so you don't damage your teeth. Never ever suck on a lemon slice. It takes away the teeth enamel. I do know that from my years of doing fresh squeezed lemonade. So. Craigston says she likes Princess Air because 10 months out, they give you your choice of flights and prices. I would like to have known where you were at each stop, but enjoyed the video. Yeah, that's we need a little more information as you're going through it, Jason. I mean, and it doesn't have to be much, just like a little word here and there. I don't see you as the, scripted person that I have to be. I'm not smart enough to do this stuff on the cuff. So, but yeah, that just like that little piece on the Dolphins, that was just so absolutely Jason and Jen. She's in the background there. I just really like that. I like the video. I'm like Tom. I'd like to know where some of it was that I had a little trouble following. Lemon juice is good for your liver, kidneys, and helps keep arteries clear. But will it make me skinny, Dennis? That's why I need to lose 50 pounds. 50, hell, 100 pounds. Something tells me limit's not going to help that. Chillie, did you offer him a cash price of $8,000? Yeah, well, the only way is not only is it cash. If you pay by a credit card, they charge you 3% more handling fee. Now he'll take a check, but it was no negotiating. So it's been a bad run for me with plumbers. This was plumber number 4 trying to find the damn water leak. In the meantime, we've got 6, 12, 18, 28, $3,000, and about another $4,000 in digging up the yard and fixing leaky pipes. And that's before we replaced the line. So this has been a rough time with plumbers. Epic has a secret deck 18 that has lounge chairs. Not really secret, but few people know it's there. Yeah, I know it's there. The one thing that I don't know, I haven't figured out if it's accessible. So many of those upper level things, there's never an elevator going to them. One ship I was on, there was a private elevator just for somebody in a chair or a scooter. Do I have any Alaska cruises booked for next year? I was working on one, Kenneth, in either May or early June for a couple people. And I had it ready to, for them to take deposits, and then I was going to make that a cruise with Chillie thing and start promoting it. And they canceled out on me at the last minute. So I've been looking for the right kind of solo deal so that I can promote it. I can get good prices to Alaska, except on balconies. Balconies this year are just totally ridiculous. I saw one last night. I was looking at some Alaska cruises, and a solo balcony was $7,000. I said, I don't think so. So yeah, some of them are ridiculous. Now the insides and the ocean views are not that bad, but balconies and suites. Now I'm hoping those prices will come down. I actually got flight info from NCL, 10 days for our April 8th transatlantic cruise. All right. You were lucky, hot air Tom. Avoid all sugar. Avoid all sugar carbs to lose weight. Check is not cash. Yeah, I know. Well, that's another problem. Green stuff, that much green stuff. Yeah, I know. He's not going to take that. Well, I can't say that. I didn't try. But yeah, that's normally not done in this area, Dennis, with contractors of any type. Emily says, Jason, Facebook page or Instagram? Are you talking about his video? It's on YouTube. Epic elevator to deck 18 is outside the buffet area doors going to pool. Elevator to the left and one to the right of the doors. When you get out, one elevator goes to deck 18. The other elevator goes to Haven. Oh, okay. Well, good. So Epic lets me get to the secret deck so I can go up there and take pictures of sunbathers. I hope I get into some warm weather. Sonny says it's a small elevator. We'll let you know if it will fit a scooter. Well, I'm not on a scooter anymore, Sonny. I'm on a chair now. The chair is 26 inches wide, 26 and a half wide, I think it is. Princess sent me 10-day 349. 10-day 349 inside cabin. Yeah, I saw that. I like that a lot. The problem with it was everyone I've looked at, the solos were, well, some of them were just under 100%, like 80% or something. But I was looking at the Grand Princess and can't remember what the other one was. Fantastic cruise fare, Kenneth. YouTube. Thanks, Chillie. And yes, the video I was talking about. Yeah, it's on YouTube. There were nude bathers caught up on deck 18. Sweet. Oh, yeah, I definitely have to have my picture for that. No, I'm kidding, folks. Yeah, did you see me on a naked balcony? Yeah, no. No, that ain't going to happen. Anyway, everybody's laughing at that. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I got to call the eye doctor and see when I can get another appointment because I sure can't get there today. So, any rate, guys, as always, thanks for being here. Please smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. That'll help me out a bunch. It doesn't cost anything, and it keeps our growth going as I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by Thursday. So that's going to wrap me up for today, everybody. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm. Think about cruising. And hopefully one day soon we're going on different ships. We'll all get together on the same ship one day. You guys have a great day, everybody. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.